hello. Everybody, Roses like investigator, hello, huh? Everybody, welcome. Roses like investigator. So, sorry, hello. No, this is the laptop stand. Let's see, nice outside look. Oh, nice. Nice and sunny, huh? Not sunny, you can't see the sun, but nice and green. So messy today, huh? Little messy, little messy, little messy, little messy, little messy, 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 messy. Little messy, little messy, little messy. Okay. Not sun, you can't see the sun, but oh, nice and green. Oh. So, it's interesting, guys. I see that there's the views are there. Something was wrong. So okay, so Tia Filocero to me. Okay, yesterday I had a class. I was going to class. I was teaching my class. It was excellent, but so I wasn't paying attention to the news. Oh, oh my gosh, sorry. So it's weird, guys. I feel like sometimes I come in and there's more people. Before I come in, there's less. I feel like it must be because of the picture. You know what I mean? I almost feel like somehow they but isn't okay, Mercury retrograde, isn't it 29th or something like that? Is that, wait, when is it? Is it the end of the month, isn't it? So yeah, I'm like so May 29th, that's it begins. But I feel like usually it's a few days before, right? So anyway, so hello, I said it, everybody. So guys, so today usually I have a lot more there's so many pieces of news, right? But today I want to, there's many things to focus on, huh? Focusing on, I think I just really, it was just the three things. Susan Collins, very concerned. Susan Collins is very concerned today. Is she? Oh, she's troubled. Is she troubled? Is she concerned? Is she concerned? Mm. Oh, 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 oh. So, so, oh, is that right? Nice. Oh, Mercury is in shadow pit. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. So, is that right? No, but it's okay. Now fixed. Okay. So what I was gonna say. So yeah, guys. So anyway, so the news, I was like, wow, finally, it's happened to me right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. Finally, it's happened to me right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. So now, really, guys, it's so interesting because we know, okay, we kind of knew. I don't know, guys. We knew, but it was like there's just something about it being like being out there. It's out there. Yeah, it's out there. So everything making sense. And then at the same time, you see the Republicans. No, there should not be investigation on January 6th. Really? I wondered why. What happened? No. Oh. So guys. So it's not. I don't want to say it's a dream, because this is so obvious, right? The guy's a criminal. So it's not like we're actually asking for much. We just want the guy to go to prison because he's a criminal. It's not complicated, right? It's not the reality is not complicated. It's like the guy is a criminal. He's been getting away with it his whole life, and now it's over. It's over. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on. So now, but it's nice that it's been formally announced, right? It's formal. And there were several comments. I mean, I almost like didn't want to make it too granular because I feel like there's so much, it's gonna be one of those, intense. I just didn't want, like I said, I didn't want to make it too granular because I just think it's gonna flow. You know what I mean? Like, because somebody was saying that there has already been a grand jury that he could already have been indicted or something like this. Okay, I just have everybody, So, but I just feel like, so I just want to know, just see, like, because again, there's like, I feel like we could even spend most of the day today, most of the live stream just talking about it, right? Because there's so much. And when I saw the pic, guys, I had a weird dream about Ivanka yesterday. I don't even remember. I don't remember dreams very much, but when they're just dreams. I don't think they're prophetic or anything, just dreams. I dreamt that I went, like, there was some house in some neighborhood. I don't even know where it was. And it's like, oh, that's Ivanka's house. She was building a house there. Oh, you know what it probably is? I was thinking, I've been like reading a lot of the news about Israel, and there's like the settlers. So it probably has something to do with like those, it's like a house in this weird, like they built a house there. Maybe they were like settlers, but it was like a fancy house. And I went to a party there. It was like really weird. So, but I don't remember. And it's like, where's Ivanka? And now I saw her for, oh, crying, Ivanka crying. Crying? Ah, 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 ah. Sad for her, sad. For her. I'm not sad, huh? For her. Sad, huh? For her. I am not sad for her, no. No. Ah. So, so Uh, so did you see, guys? Did you see the photo I added of Don? I didn't realize he was so bad. The meme somebody made about him in 2017 and today. He's like rough. He's looking rough. He looks like a person. Have you seen those mug shots of people on meth? Like how meth destroys a person. I wonder, is he on meth or something? Like I thought it was cocaine, but he has the meth look. Looks, no, he doesn't look like that. But meth is like destroys a person. The looks, you know what I mean? I was like, wow. He was like this. I don't know. I don't know. He look not so good. He look. It's probably like would have been a normal, healthy person if it wasn't for drugs. No drugs. Say no to drugs. Say no to drugs. So, and I want to know because I guys, forever I always thought that Ivanka would flip on them, and I don't. I want to know. I want knowing. I want to know. Is she? I think she's the first. She's like, hello, hi, Ada James. This is. No, that's not. It's Ivanka here. Hi, Ada James. It's Ivanka. I'd like to speak to you. I have a proposal. I have a proposal for you. Yeah, I have information. Throw my dad in jail. Put him next to Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah, he deserves it. He's a child abuser. I know. So, so okay. So we're out of here. I have enough conversation. So like, so. So we're going to find out, huh? So apparently President he said it's a witch hunt. He still says the same thing. And oh, is it? I'm thinking. And I love that he doesn't have essentially he doesn't really have a platform anymore. He's not on Facebook, he's not on Twitter, right? I don't know where I need to go hear about him. Yeah. Oh, do I need to join? What is it called? Mar-a-Lago? Douche-a-bago, Mar-a-Lago. I need to hear from him. No hearing from him. And so interesting, guys. I feel like, oh, I now I'm remembering. You know how like Trump wanted to have his own channel? You remember? Because I feel like I'm thinking to myself, wait, what happened with like, I was like, wait, what happened with like sorry, got distracted. Oh, that's right. With the Fox News, and he'll go to. Why does he go to all these TV shows? Like he's such a draw. Why can't he go directly? And then I remember that he attacked all of them and said, "Oh no, I don't need Fox News. No, I don't. I don't need to know. No, I have my own channel. I'm gonna have my own TV. Turn my Trump channel. No need him. No. So." Sad for him. I'm not sad, huh? For him. Sad for him. Okay, did he? You guys are saying that he flipped. Is this? I mean, I think it's true, but not. Is it on the? Okay, so let's see. Well, I feel like now that there is essentially criminal investigation just means jail time, right? So, so small problems here. Okay, so I don't even need no guys. I'm not okay. I don't even think it's necessary for him. Um, okay, to flip necessarily. Okay, let's see here if there's anything here or latest on Twitter about it. Say, judging from Trump's tantrum, it's probably a good guess that. So yeah, so it's clear that this is whole thing, you know, even the stuff about the school, you know, the school, the kids' school, that he something to do with the tax situation. Okay, so it's not yet. Okay, I don't think it's not that I think it's possible that he has flipped, but it's not official yet. Okay, honestly, that he has flipped. So, and I again, guys, you know, I just don't think. Okay, I should ask this. Why now? Why, you know, maybe this is okay. Let me do the have candle here. I need to ask why now. Okay, did something happen? But I'm getting, guys, I'm getting the sense. I see Vance. I see Cyrus Vance saying that we have everything together, we're ready to go, and now she comes. Here she comes, here she goes again, straight into my life. Okay, so I feel like everything was ready, and then that's it. That was a plan all along. Okay, so it's like boom, they're ready and they're joining. So, but the question is really, did something happen, or are they waiting for something, or did they get an okay from the Justice Department? What is it that prompt them to to them, meaning she joined Cyrus Vance, right? But why the announcement essentially? Okay, so I'm gonna here have candle. Hi, Tina. Okay, I like to ask for protection. For red light coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I fill my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. Step into it. Step into it. Feel protected. Step into it. Feel connected. I like to ask that information. Come only from the higher sources. That I create the good, No, the good, Good for the people. Good for the people. Okay, so put the candles aside here. Okay, just so nothing buttons. No button, no button. Okay, so, all right. So, guys, okay, so now let's start. There's much to discuss today. So first question, why now, right? Like, why? I mean, no, of course, at some point this was going, okay. Well, okay, before I close my eyes, just to kind of like frame it. So why now, meaning, was it something that it was going to eventually happen, or was there an event, like some, I don't know exactly what event, or it could be, as Jade said, the whistleblower flipping, or it, right? So what happened here? Tell me why now. So okay, so several things. One, I saw that it's interesting, guys. Okay, I was going back to the 26th when the full moon comes. Okay, so there's that. There's the full moon situation showing, right? Like it's like this change. Like things have to. And you know, the whole story that I've been talking about the full moon is that things are going to be revealed. So maybe that it's maybe the reveal. I reveal, you know, because they've been working on this, right, for a long time. So now we're just going to reveal it. lift the curtain because it's the time. Now, the other thing I saw, that I see the face of Merrick Garland saying, okay, ready to go. And I also see that there's a security apparatus. Like, honestly, I told you guys before, right? That I don't even, guys, I feel like the moment this hits, the city's going to be closed. I don't even know how, right? What they're going to, there has to be some real serious security measures in place, honestly, like I was telling you, right? When this stuff is announced. Because, guys, honestly, what if, like, I could totally, I'm not saying, as you know, I'm not a freedom wronger, but I'm like, um, I just feel like nothing is gonna stop. Like, I could have very well see like crazy dudes coming to New York with like rifles, and be like, hello, here, Manhattan, I have gun. I have gun here, on your face. Hmm. Like, I'm making a cute kind of, but it's like scary people, really. Like, let's see, okay, let's get really, a lot of you are terrorists, like they've done something already, so it's number two for them, right? So I see that it's like a combination of okay from Merrick Garland, okay from a security standpoint, like, and then the last image I got is I see like a rope around the neck of Weisselberg. Like, they're not torturing him, but it's like they're really putting something around his neck. So to answer Jade, I kind of almost feel like he has not yet flipped, but that's what's gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen. Meaning, I still have to look at it, but I feel like it's really like pulling the rope around his neck, so he can. He's like, no, I really actually I want to cover, to put as much, because it's saying that what it actually is a message for you, Rudy. Message for you, Alan Westerberg. I got a message to you, Alan Westerberg. I got a message to you, Alan Westerberg. I got a message. So it's like they're not, because I feel like and I see her uh um because she's like, oh really, he's not cooperating. Oh yeah. Hmm. Okay. You want to play that game? Let's do it. So I feel like she, like he's actually, of course, he is his whole life is. And guys, this dude, he knows not only Trump secrets but Fred, because he used to work, the stories that he used to work for his dad, right? So he knows everything. So so uh, so that's it. Once he's grasping for air, literally, okay, he's like, so, okay, so that's the combination. Now, in other words, they are ready. It's saying they're ready. And I see again this tightening of the screw around Weisselberg. So let me ask a question. Okay, so it's a message to the kids, it's a message to Trump and to Weisselberg. Okay, so what is gonna happen with Weisselberg? What is he gonna do? He's trying to close the briefcase. But he's on the guys, they're watching him, okay? They're watching him, like, because I'm almost like, is he trying to leave? Is it packing? But he's trying to leave, but he's like everywhere he goes. He knows there's like he's being tailed basically. Okay, I feel like it's like he's in fight or flight mode. He's like, do I leave? He wants to leave, but he can't leave. That you can no leave country. No, leave the country. It's over now, Weiselberg. So okay, so I see that he has okay, so I see, it's weird. Okay, so let me tell you. So then I see him carrying this briefcase into the meeting with the prosecutor. So he finds his lawyer's like, "Bitch, you're done." And so I feel like, okay, do you remember what happened to Manafort, that the prosecutors end up charging his son-in-law? Something similar here, like they were gonna get they're all the kids, you know what I mean, his kids, like, you don't want to be in that position, right? Because and did you see the other interesting thing, as you probably know, is that his daughter-in-law was already like going on TV saying like, I know what he did, I know, he paid for everything, but he was off the, she said everything already. So what I understand here is okay. But what? Oh, okay, it's weird because he has something. There's something like it's weird because there's so much like he knows the books, he knows everything, but he's giving it's like a briefcase with something relatively small, and I think it's these like it's like these documents because you know what it is, guys. Okay, so wow, I almost feel like it's a contract with some Russians, honestly, because I see that it's okay. So this is the thing about Trump. Or I've always thought he's a money launderer, like that's what he does, right? So how does the whole thing with the money laundering is like some money has to come in, and he's the guy who controls the in and out of the money. You know how, guys, the story about these women is that the money that paid for these women never came from Trump himself, right? This is the idea, is that like not only is that it wasn't just that it was a check, but it was like he never really the money doesn't really come from him. So he knows who inserts the money into the organization is this guy. So I see that I see what I see. He brings this piece of paper that is like a contract that states that the Trump organization is a front. That I swear, guys, I feel like there's a first set of books and a second set of books, and it's like they sold the almost like I can understand here they sold the accounting to the backers, like the mob or whatever. So that's how he shows the contract. But I think he also asks for witness protection. He has to ask for everybody for witness protection, right? I think it's fair. So not just him and his wife, but like everything. Um, because you know what I mean. It's true. Like I think he is more. It's so interesting. All these people, guys, they don't care. Almost like they're not scared of law enforcement. They're scared of the mob that is gonna get rid of them, throw them from the window, whatever, right? So so that's the thing. Then he gives, it's interesting again, he gives, I would think that he has so much paperwork, and yet he brings these like almost five or four or five documents that are the ones that show who really owns the company. Okay, something like this. Like he kind of, and I see these locks on the briefcase, like I don't know, something like he's kept to himself or very secret, like the weapon that he knew if this were to happen, that's the thing, the last case scenario. Okay, so just to save himself, because he knows that guys, anybody who thinks that Trump's going to save them is done. Okay, I think he knows Trump enough to know that the guy, come on, let's get real, right? Like um so so I feel like there's a chance, honestly, there's a chance that he could save himself, right? Which is just tell true. No, really, yeah, he has a way out, which is the truth. He's 73. It's like, okay, at that age, I could even see it's actually, guys, the person that was like, oh, I don't care about going to jail. It's even possible. It's like I'm old enough. I could just go to jail, die in jail, theoretically. What they care about is the family, right? Think about it, right? I feel like if it was just about, you know what I mean? Like I think it's possible that they could be like, oh, I don't care about me, but it could be when it comes down to the family, the kids, then that's when, you know, that's right. So it's just I feel like he realizes there's no way out. He's pushing as far as he can, and and again, when Trump was president, sure, but now there's no, and I see there's a wall. Okay, let me ask a different question. So, is Trump trying to do a witness tampering with him? Like, I'm sure. Is he talking to Weisselberg? Does he have access to Weisselberg? He cut the payment, stopped paying him. Like it's saying that ever since it's been a while. Like I don't know, there's something like where the company has been suspended. I don't quite understand it, but it's almost like it's even like I don't remember exactly, guys, what Letitia James was doing. I feel like they could have already frozen. Like the company itself is not functioning. It feels like like so it's kind of like it's been, so and it's not like there's a lot of employees like many people are saying, like on those TV shows, like he's not like, it's not exactly, Enron or Arthur Anderson, right? It's just a few people. So it's kind of like a dead, there's not much functioning, and I think as a result he's not getting paid either. So okay, so what, okay, so now that's okay. So has he, I think Trump has contacted intermediaries, okay, um Like, I don't know if it's a friend of the, somebody may have gone to the family of Weisselberg to say, say something like that. So, but I feel like in some ways they trust. Okay, how to say that? Okay, do they think he's gonna flip? What do they know? Before he was like, before saying, before now, he's like, he would never say anything. But guys, not that many people can survive that amount of pressure, right? And if you think of the guys, the people that like said no, that like didn't flip, like Manafort, they're very connected to the Russian mob. I feel like in some ways they have more power than Weisselberg. So so I feel like, again, yes, it's very likely that he's going to flip, but he has to, guys, he has to say everything. Imagine, and that like, and that they're like, if you flip, then you don't go to, or you go to like, you're gonna spend some time in witness protection. You know what I mean? He may even have to go to prison a little bit, but not the kids, not the, and so I don't know what they're offering him, but it's not like, it's a very tough situation, honestly. Not that it shouldn't be tough, but it is what it is. What's it gonna do? Right? What are you gonna do? Really, what are you gonna do? There's not much. I mean, you commit a crime, like commit a lot of crimes. So the way, okay, so but he needs like, I don't want to, oh, and you know what the other thing was? Oh, I remember. Do you remember that in the case of Michael Cohen, if I'm not mistaken, they used Weisselberg to rat out Michael Cohen. Do you remember this? They gave him immunity to talk against Michael Cohen. And now the situation has changed. Okay. And now it's okay, it's payback time. Yeah, hi there, Weisselberg. How's it going, ho? It's your turn now. hmm hmm So I feel like, so I feel like Michael Cohen, he's really and you know how he stalked the DA like 9 or 10 times or something. He really wants to like his revenge on Weisselberg. Okay, so because really, think about it. He even read it out. Michael Cohen. I'm not saying Michael Cohen is an angel, but you know what I mean? Like, but it's now it's your turn. Your turn. Okay. So now second question. So what does okay, then second question. So what does Trump know about what's going on that we don't know? Why? Because but he had supposedly a bad reaction. Okay, so what does he know about this case? And then without want to talk about the kids. Okay, so what does Trump know about this case? What's going on? The time. What about the time? Watch. I don't know if okay. They were hoping, guys, they were hoping that it was going to be postponed. Like he really, how he really wanted to remove Andrew Cuomo. I think it's to try to like get somebody up there to like stop the investigations. I'm victim. I'm victim. I'm victim. So he's like he thought he really tried to stop it, but he couldn't, guys. He just couldn't. It's a state level investigation, and he's like, he's like, I should have pardoned myself, but no, but it doesn't work. Stay on the state level, it doesn't work. And him and Roger Stone, like all the stuff they've done, guys, against so many AG. This is the other thing. You know how they, I believe that Roger Stone, he took down what's his name, Eric Schneiderman before AG James, and also the other guy, what was his name? I don't remember his name, but it's like he was caught with a prostitute. You remember the story of the prostitute, the young prostitute he was caught with? They made a big, it was, even the tabloids loved it, but I believe he was, you know what I mean? Like, isn't okay? This is not interesting because people ask, why is it that Trump was never indicted? Remember this? Why was it that he got away with this for so long? I think it's because he was part of the blackmail network, that he had the dirt on all these people, especially men. And then when you go to guys, Tish James is an angel. Seriously, what are you gonna find on her? You can't find anything on her because there's nothing. Okay, so like, so 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 no, it was Eric, not Eric. There was another one. I forgot his name. It's He came from a prominent family. I think he was okay. I don't remember. I see his face. And then I don't remember. Spitzer, Spitzer, Elliot Spitzer. That's the name. He was the AG. Weiner was not. He was not an AG, right? He was another AG. I'm telling you, the history of the scandals related to all these AGs. That's what I was telling you guys. There's always a scandal, but I feel like again, right? It's probably the doing of those motherfuckers, motherfuckers out there effing up, like Roger Stone. So I feel like they just can't. They got to the bottom. Like they can't. It can't. There's no way out. He's like, Trump is like upset. There's no way. Now, what happens? Okay, so and the other thing I'm picking up here is that the company is frozen, like it's not operating or something like that. Is it? And then I ask, is it true that the company is not? I say yes. It's been ever since November, December. There's something like wait, is it before or after the election? Even before. And it's saying, I don't know. It's not necessarily related to the presidential election, but it was before. So they've been investigating this for a long time, like and it's been going on for a long time. Was it governor? Was that right? He was governor. Interesting. Wait, I thought. No, but he had been a prosecutor. Oh, that's right. You know what it is? That Spitzer was a prosecutor that was very against Wall Street. Do you remember this? That before he was governor, he was a serious like prosecutor that went after Wall Street. Do you remember this about him? Before, so maybe this is why he wasn't a gene technically. Okay, so guys, okay, 1 second. Wow. Oh my God, guys, you're not gonna believe this. Okay, so I just looked. The words I used to look it up. Elliot Spitzer downfall, and let me share this article that came up. This is an article from 2010. Okay, and you know who's mentioned? It says here, meet the leader of Elliot Spitzer's smear campaign, and who is it? Roger Stone. Unreal. This is before. Okay. Wow. The Tale of a Government Black Soul was originally penned by Roger Stone, the dark side of the Republican Party. So see, like again, and he was okay. You know why? Okay, remember, guys, I believe that the madam. You know why I'm saying this? The madam that was the madam of the woman who took down Spitzer. Okay, she was interviewed by Mueller. I remember this well. She came up when the Mueller investigation was something to do with Roger Stone. So she was interviewed by Mueller. So I just feel like this is, like I said, okay, so just seriously, guys, it's not even like I'm making up, it's the Atlantic. It's it's legit. So like I was saying, they have this, and maybe this is it. The thing about recall the governor and even here is because since they can't find the dirt, I think they're like, oh, the woman, they found all these women who are like, oh, he said something to me. One said that he was looking at my boobs or whatever. He's looking at my shirt around my boobs, like whatever. Like, is that a crime? You know what I mean? Like, okay. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that, okay, I don't go get into this. I just don't believe that thing. I just think, but it's the same. It's very predictable. Like they find something and they keep repeating, try to get the person out, repeat, and then they try to get somebody to like, oh, no, not happening. No. So okay, so you see what I'm saying, guys? This is crazy, right? Like, not crazy, it's predictable, but that's the thing. It's like they can't take these people down. No matter, it's like, but think about how many people they took down already, and now finally somebody's not moving their ass. No. So finally, okay. So anyway, so interesting that we came up with this, and they're like, yeah. And I see Elliot Spitzer today, eating popcorn. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this. Oh yeah. So, and I hope through. I feel like Elliot Spitzer one day he's gonna come to this, like, I don't know, one of these trials. Even Roger's like, fuck you, asshole. He's very like that, very New York, like he's like this. So he's gonna come to Roger Stone. You're dumb motherfucker. What time is it? You know what I mean? Like, think about these people. I'm not saying the guy he was a perfect man or anything like that, but I just feel like to the people that they took down, it must be such a good feeling, such a good feeling. Like all, but worse than all Franklin guys. I think it was worse at the time because the guy was. I don't know. I don't know why I felt it was worse. Wow, that's right. But this is the thing. That's what I'm saying. Just Eric Schneiderman. That's what I was saying. No, he was not two people before James. He was the one before James. Okay. So I remember very well that the same thing. It was a sexual thing. That's what I'm saying. He was taking down the same thing. And again, guys, no, it's no, but nobody's business what someone's sex life is. Don't you? It's like it's none of my business. Whatever he does in public, in private, it doesn't matter. This is not a point. It's just bullshit. You know what I mean? Because look at how what Republicans get away with. Okay, there's nothing illegal, I believe, about what he did to the woman or whatever women. It doesn't necessarily matter. Okay, it's his business, private life. They use it to take. Let's not distract here. Okay, let's go. Let me go back. No, seriously, guys. Let me go back to the whole conversation. He was. I remember. You know why? Because I remember that Trump was president when he was still in office, and then it happened like because A.G. James wasn't elected that long ago. Okay, so I remember it because I live in New York. Okay. So I know, I remember. Okay. That I just remember. I remember. So that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. They find the little things and they try to like, oh, look, they blow it up and then the person has to resign. Okay. Oh, but no, but the one that was okay. So there was I forgot, I believe her name was Barbara. But Barbara, I liked her. Barbara, okay. Barbara, she was the what is it called? Like when a person leaves, there's a what is the how do you say it? Interim. So she wasn't elected because you have to be elected to be an AG. So she was an interim person after Schneiderman. So that's why it doesn't count because she wasn't elected. She was just the next in line, right? So she was great, but she was not because the person has to be elected. And there was this whole thing, guys. The person who the New York Times chose in the election of A.G. James was this woman. I really don't like her. Xavier Teachout, her name is, and she's like a woman. She's like a so-called far left candidate. She's always running for election. She's never worked in the government. She's never had an elected position. So, but I feel like long story. But so she won. A.G. James won, and that's why. So okay, just settling that so that okay, so that we know where this comes from. So let me change the subject, go back to the main point. But all of this in some ways is relevant just because, so you see the pattern of why Trump gets away with shit because he's part of this Roger Stone take down people network through sex. And he's saying, guys, I hope, and they're like, yes, I hope it's true that with the Ghislaine Maxwell trial happening in November, we will finally like this like network of blackmail has to be exposed because I think it's wrong. Okay, personally, I think it's wrong that people are exploited. They do a gotcha, they do whatever, like just to take people down. So it's like rarely it's something legit. And when it's legit like Trump, it doesn't have right. So this is it. So I think if we get to the point where there's all of these schemes where these people are taken down and who's behind them, we're gonna have progress. We're gonna have see why certain things. We're gonna finally understand why certain things happen. Okay. So okay, but now let me move because I don't want to be I don't want to spend too much time on this because like I said, we have it's an important it's a big deal, all this stuff to talk about. So anyway, so like so let me go back here. So then like go back to Trump. So now the reason is I will say this came up because I was asking why. He's like, I can't get, I can move this, I can do this, I can do this and that. So now, yeah, it's over for him. Finally, he doesn't have enough dirt on, he can't take people down. That's it. So okay, so then he's like, and it's he's saying, guys, is saying that that's why he needs to keep running for office and like complaining, whining, because that's it's saying it's his own source of income because the money, some of his money has been frozen already by different investigation. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is all, it's all right. So okay, so then let me go back. So So that's it. And I see him. There's a steel wall. The wall's made out of steel. He can't hit it. He can get out of it. And there's a bulldozer behind him. He's like, ah, and that's it. Bye. See you later. You can't yell anymore. Nobody cares. Okay. So then what happens? So then anyway, so that's why he's saying he needs to be like the generous say, oh yeah, it was a stolen, because he needs to keep like the money pump that used to be in the Trump org is over. Like he can't get money, he can't withdraw the money from there. So he needs another way. And the way he does it is the so this is ultimately the reason why he's still involved in politics, because that's how he makes money. That's like how that's it. He uses the campaign funds to do whatever. Okay, so that's why. Okay, now let's see. So let me go back here to the situation. Now we're dealing the situation with Weisselberg. He's going to be flipped. So then what does he say? He has the contracts. I think, like I said, he shows who the real owners are. Okay, and it's saying that the names of the person. There's these contracts with some. Again, I think he's it's a front, right, company. And then I see that there's like then I see that Trump is directly connected because he's the head. You know what I mean? It's almost like if you're the head of the company, even though it's like there's something like Eric, but it's almost like everybody understands that they're just the kids are just the puppets, right? So like so okay, so anyway, so okay, so that's it. I'm gonna focus here, guys, so I can it's a lot, you know what I mean? I don't want to get distracted. So anyway, so so somehow it shows like the figurehead of Trump or something. It's like clearly it's about the figurehead of the company, the name. It shows that it's clearly not. It does. It's almost. It's not that it doesn't matter whatever actions or the kids did while they were working there, and as they were signing checks, they know that it's kind of like the mafia concept of the RICO thing, right? Like the boss makes the decisions. It doesn't matter if you execute the decisions. It doesn't come from you for the most part, right? So the fact that remember, guys, there was a video. I think it was Eric's like, oh, all our money comes from Russia. Do you remember this? Like he said something in some real estate conference. Oh yeah, all money comes from Russians. Like we were lucky that we made a lot of money during the recessions. It came from Russians. So that's it. Now so tell me next, what happens next? So it's saying AGM shows that they have this company, but they are all pumping money from it. Was like a money laundering vehicle, and they all would take. It's like the money would be injected. They would all kind of take chunks from it, and it's saying that Trump did this a lot, like where he would pay for because it would be suspicious if you just take the cash. Let's say here's Ivanka 5 million or something. Instead, the company would, let's say, buy an apartment, or doesn't make sense. It was kind of like a way to cover up a lot of the money that came in. That was much more money than you know than like okay then this whole thing. Does it make sense? Like yeah, the money had to be distributed. So it was just like a front. Okay. Now, what are they gonna do? Now, tell me what's going on with the kids after Weisselberg. What happens with let's say collectively first, what happens to Eric, Don Jr., and Ivanka? What are they gonna do? Oh, it's saying that Ivanka it's funny. First person I see is Ivanka. You know how I forgot which case it was. I think it was the thing. It was a thing of the what is it? The what remember how okay, the woman of Melania. Remember Melania's Stephanie Winkoff. Remember how she wrote this book, and she was talking about how like Ivanka overcharged to rent. It was like it was the ball, or I forgot whatever it was. Like something she was doing for Melania, and Ivanka overcharged. Remember this? She's like, wait, that's really overpriced. And she was like, that's the point. And she didn't say it, but obviously that's what it is. So it's saying that how she was paid as a consultant, or it was A.J. James. Like that's the thing. It's like, oh no, Ivanka was paid as a consultant for nothing. So it was like they had to. It's like they had to find ways to extract money from the company, because it was an illegal. It's illegal. Okay, it's an illegal operation. So what's okay? How are they going to approach the kids? Because I see first Ivanka. What are they going to do about her? What are they going to do about the kids? I mean, was it bank fraud, wire fraud? They're going to be. I see Ivanka Trump charged. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Oh, and and then say once they do that, then they can look at imagine they're gonna be like swimming in the finances of Ivanka and Jared. I love it because she's married to that trash. So once they get him like that, then they're gonna be oh, we need to see documents. We need to see your taxes. We need, they need to see everything because they're cheating the government, guys. It's first of all, money laundering. Then they cheat the government. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, like, first you get the illegal money, and then you say you don't have the money, and then it's like already that's a crime, and then it's another crime to say you want a loan for something, and then So and I remember, guys, during the Trump administration, we found out that Jared, before he went to work for Trump, not to work, yeah, he went to work for the White House. He never there were years where he paid zero for income tax. Can you imagine? This is a scam. This is all a huge scam. Okay. So anyway, so then Ivanka, that's right. Ivanka goes down. That's right for this. Now, what about Eric and Don Jr.? So, guys, I see somebody grabbing Don Jr. Don Jr. Like you come here, and then they're gonna send him back to the Russian. Remember the Russian meeting that Mueller talked about? The woman, the Veselnitskaya woman. That adoptions. Oh, if it is what you say it is, I love it. I love it. If it came from WikiLeaks, remember, like that's it. I love it when he said, "I love it." So they're gonna because it's saying once they have one charge on you, then they could take you everywhere. They could be like, they own you basically. So you have to they just never get rid of. You know what I mean? So it's just a way. Once you start with something, then you have to talk about everything else. So they're gonna grab him on that, and then Eric. Interesting. I see, guys. Eric. It's so weird. I remember at the very beginning. I remember this story about how Eric was like, not the story. I remember seeing that Eric might be the one who, I don't know that he saves himself, but there's something like he might, this is the stuff. I remember that. I now remember at one of the, not say very first, but I remember at one point I saw that he would eventually end up in a place like the Bahamas or something. Like he would be the better, like he would be better off than the other kids. Like Don Jr., I think he's going to get hardcore prison time. Eric, I think he might flip. Okay, or I see I don't know that he gets away completely, but I think he, okay. And what happened? Ivanka and Jared are like, they're like, oh, it's just the beginning, because then they get Jared. When they get Ivanka, they get Jared. And I think again, I think guys, Ivanka, okay, but why not? Okay, why won't Ivanka? Why not? Okay, why is it that Eric seems to be the one doing better here than Ivanka, for example? Why, couldn't Ivanka say something? And then no, we say because they don't want, like, Ivanka, this is a minor crime for Ivanka. Like, she's involved in so many crimes. So it's just a beginning. They want to get her and Jared together. So they're using this as an entryway for Ivanka. So even if she tries or wants to give something, that's not what they want from her. Like, because I feel like they already got Trump, they got Don Jr. for the Russian stuff, and they got Eric Trump to talk about it. And then, okay, so okay. So now I'm gonna, I'm gonna use cards because I feel like this is, okay, or no, let me continue because now I have more questions about the timing. We talked about the timing, right? That they have everything, they have to move. Now, the timing meaning when will, I think I've asked this before, right? When is Trump gonna be, I know, guys, this is kind of unreliable, but I feel like in terms of a progression, how soon is Trump gonna be indicted? Okay. Right, how soon is it gonna happen? Okay, putting it like, so what is the progression? First he flipped, Weisselberg flips, and then it's saying they unveil the indictment. They say, he pleads guilty, such and such pleads guilty. You know how if you see these indictments in the Department of Justice, they say, so such and such, XY age, a resident of whatever, pled guilty to whatever fraud or something. So there's going to be something like this. Well, Ellen Weisselberg CFO of the organization then has pled guilty to blah blah blah. So first we're gonna see that, and then we're gonna see. Okay, so then next, what happens next? 4 weeks, really? 4 weeks after that. So when can we expect the news about Weisselberg? 3 weeks, 7 weeks. We're saying by the end of August. Is that right? So today we are May 19th, June 19th, July 19th. That's why that's 8 weeks. Is that right? July. I don't know, guys. So, but I feel like it's before Labor Day. I really think it's still could be the summer. And I've always seen the day where he's indicted to be a warm day. So, wow. So, okay. So, wow. So, but I feel like, Jared, I mean, Jared is a whole other ball game, I feel like, as you know, because of, I think he's involved with espionage. Okay, let's get real. This whole Saudi Arabia thing, the Khashoggi situation. Let's get real. Like the guy is, he's a criminal. He's a real crime. So I think the whole situation, Jared, is the thing. I think they're bigger. And guys, I think this whole mob, the mob, he's involved in some kind of mob. He's close to Netanyahu, and you know what I mean. I think there's a mob situation going on there. Okay, and it's a whole other investigation. But I feel like his dad, he's the whole thing. Okay, so this is going to take some time, but first get Ivanka, and then get Jared, and then like, it's like it's a RICO crime. Yeah, that's like, yeah, RICO. It's saying the dad's going to be charged with RICO, also the death of Jared, because okay, the guys, this, right, about Jared's family. They are slumlords. I remember when I was looking for a place. Thank God I never went, but I even saw. I didn't realize that they were. You could tell there was. I forgot the name, but there's a name of a company that it doesn't say. I don't think it says exactly Kushner Properties, but there's even a map here in New York of the buildings they own. They own a lot. So the in the East Village, right? So it's so interesting. Okay, how it's a, yeah, it's, you know what I mean, like they do a horrible things to the tenants. Okay, they don't, but I don't know, but it's not even like it was cheap. I think they got it's a long story how East Village, it was kind of like really expensive, and then now I guess it was not as expensive. It's a long story, but the buildings are not very well kept, even though it's expensive for the most part. So that's him. That's him. That's them. So guys, oh my God. Oh my God. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh my God. I would love to go yell at them in Patterson at court. No, I can't do it because I'll be kicked out, but outside, I stay outside, yell. So, okay. Okay. So continuing. Okay. So, let me actually, guys, because I clicked on the article for Spitzer, and then I moved away from the picture on like list of the questions to make sure I'm following, because there's a lot to talk about. Okay, so let's see here. View. Okay, so okay, who go to prison? So who go to prison? Jared, maybe. Yeah. So I feel like out of the people there, the person who's going to stay in prison the longest is probably, putting aside Jared, who I think is going to definitely die in prison. The longest is going to be Don Jr. Ivanka, maybe, again, Ivanka, it depends, because she's a co-conspirator with the Kush, with the thing. So I don't know. It remains to be seen. Okay, I think Ivanka, again, depends on the deal. I think she's going to be indicted first, though. Okay, so then, so I think, again, Eric could testify, because I feel like there's something like so they're gonna, but then the other ones, like I said, they're gonna go to different. There's more. They're gonna be each in their own direction. Okay, so now, then I see, guys. I see the woman Laura. You know how they were saying that she was gonna run for office in North Carolina, run for Senate. I don't think she will. I don't think she will. But she seems to be supportive of him. Okay, of Eric, which is nice. Okay, but okay, who will flip? So who will flip is Eric first. Like Eric, at Weisselberg. Now, what happens to Trump? Like, okay, I saw that Alan Weisselberg takes down, says, and I feel like whatever evidence he's holding on to is huge. It's like unrefutable, and it even may help with the case. And I see, did I tell you this? Oh, I didn't tell you this. The document that I told you about. I feel like the names, it's like some sort of a Russian company or something, and the name of the person. Oh, of course it is. That's right. Duh. The name of the person that is on this contract is also on Trump's tax returns. That makes sense, right? Exactly. Because if it's a company, right? So there is something here where the name of the person in his company who technically owns a company is also listed on his personal tax return. So that makes perfect sense, but it's also the total downfall, the total takedown. So in some ways, guys, I know we talk a lot about the treason situation, but this is the beginning. Okay. Interesting, because we don't, I always, okay, not always, but I just think somehow how do I say this? I guess I thought it was not necessarily going to come from his own personal business. Like, it was like, always thought it was going to be like some sort of other document that's going to show the proof of the treason thing. But it's saying that when you have his finances, of course, and you show that there's this document, you see it's very clear how he's totally owned. Guys, it's saying that he is literally owned by the Russians. It's not an expression. It's literal. Like, they own the company, they own him. So it's not just a figure of speech. It's not a way to illustrate a point. It's like right. So that's that. Okay. 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 So, all right. So, how close are we to? I told you about the chameleon that. So okay. So then, what happens to Trump? No, he's saying as the head of the company, he's indicted, and then Eric flips, and then all the other cases they keep going, guys, because it's saying once he goes down for one thing, everything else is gonna hit, right? Exactly. I think that, but also, guys, I said once one thing goes down, think about how many cases, and I told you before, there's a child, like, I think once they get the DNA, honestly, I think they're gonna find, I don't know how, but like illegitimate children, okay? They're gonna find the children, and I don't know. There's a whole. It's like we don't even know. We don't even know the depth of it. Okay, so it's not gonna end. I see, but again, guys, I do think that once it hits, he goes insane. It's not okay. Part of it, I think, is an act. Okay, but at the same time, it's like he has a breakdown because he's all, what I mean. He's insane in some ways. Like, it's not okay if you say he's insane. It excuse not. I'm excusing obviously what he's doing, but it's almost like it, okay, I know it sounds so scary to say it, but it's just like when he was president, he had all these people do stuff for him. He had ways to manipulate, and now he feels at ease in that world, in that way. But if he realizes that he's like a rat, he's like a rat that can't escape, he goes insane. He's you know what I mean? He goes insane. And once he loses people around him, then because think of this is what's so scary is like a lot of these people that like Trump, there aren't that many, right? That evil and that got away with so much. You realize that like if they were not wealthy, they would be like on the street in the sense that they're like mentally ill, like they really are insane or like criminals of other kinds. So, but he never, imagine a person who got away with everything. He just can't. So he's gonna. That's what I think. I think he's gonna be in some sort of like straight metal jacket. Remember, like the thing like this. He's gonna. Okay. So I still think that he's gonna be in what is it called? I don't, guys. This is, remember I told you before about the prison. I see Walter Reed. I still feel like he's gonna be in some sort of like, not a prison, because I don't think he, technically he should go to like a regular prison because it's dangerous. He's a dangerous person, guys. Don't you think he should only go to a high security prison because he can incite violence very easily, right? So, but I just feel like he goes to one of those ways. Anyway, so the point is like, again, going back to how close, okay, is that he is going to be indicted in this, and then there's a downfall, and he's saying also he's going to run out of money for lawyers. You know what I mean? He does not have that much money. I know it sounds crazy because think about how much they have access to so much money, and yet I don't know what they do with it. They spend it or they owe money. They're saying they owe money. The money isn't theirs. The lifestyle isn't theirs. It's all comes out of a criminal money, and the government could take the money. Okay. And the government, the state of New York could take the money. Okay. So, and guys, I see, God willing, I see that you know, the building on, I forgot, it's 57th Street, I think, and Fifth Avenue. That's the Trump building. And soon, in a few years, I don't know, soon enough, they're gonna they're gonna sell it, and they're gonna remove the name, and it's gonna be like people clapping, yeah, like no more Trump building here. So, so, so that's it. Now, let me go back to the another, I think, important question, which is about like, what does this mean for the GOP? Because if I'm correct, and I don't think, guys, I think it's not even a quote unquote a prediction. It's like it's predictable, right? Because we have it, it's public now that this is a criminal. So if at some point we're gonna see it, and I think by the definitely, I think earlier, but the latest is around Labor Day. But I still think it's gonna be in the summer. Okay, so what does this mean for the GOP? Okay, what does it mean for the, because see how now they're like, oh no, no investigation. So what does this mean for the GOP when he's indicted? Not if, because now it's a matter of when. So so what does this mean for the GOP? They're like they're betting everything on him. But the guy's gonna, you know, guys, he's gonna be okay. Oh, by the way, where is he gonna be after he's indicted? I don't know, guys. I just feel like he has to be around here, I guess. So what is the GOP doing? Okay, what are they going to do when he is indicted? It's happening soon. Heads down. Okay, so let's say there's going to be a lot of people like, no, it's a fake news. You know, they're going to be continuing to do it, but it shows that it's the gnarliest type of people. And you know, guys, it's interesting. I see immediately that, oh my God, I don't know what to say, that there's going to be like rats again. As soon as Trump is indicted, they're going to be jockeying for who's going to take over the party after Trump. So kind of like I see Josh Hawley, Ted, the usual suspects trying to like scramble to grab the I don't know what, like crumbs or something. Like, oh, it's my turn. Okay, so they're like, it's me, you go away. Like, okay, so they're all in a weird competition to be the substitute, but I don't think it works. I don't think it works. Okay. Really? It doesn't work? What? Okay, no, really. Why doesn't it work? What happens? Oh, and oh my God, now it shows. I don't know if it's because they know that's the next question. But you see, Susan Collins, she's concerned. She's very troubled. She's concerned. They're saying that the Susan Collins is a, you know, they pull a thread. It's a thread. And then when, you know, when you pull a thread in what are threads are called? Like the sweater, you know, a sweater, you pull a thing and then it falls apart. So they're just pulling one thing, and it's gonna everything is gonna unravel. Starts with Susan Collins, and then like they can't get, you know, it's saying that it's just a beginning because it's so criminal. Honestly, criminal organization. Guys, I even okay. Can I tell you something else? I know it sounds crazy. They could even charge the RNC with RICO. Okay, I mean honestly, it's like they have covered. You know, okay. First of all, remember this. I think it's going to be huge. Do you remember this story of how they had the donors, they took the donors' money. They said, here, donate $40, but then they would charge you every week. The 40, you thought it was once. No, they keep charging. So that's fraud. Okay. And the entire GOP is doing this with its firm. They're doing this to their own voters. So you know how AG James, she's very much like that. I think she could even herself take up that case. So guys, they're just a criminal or okay organization. So but okay, so if Trump, okay, not if, when Trump is indicted and there is real legal liabilities, not just legal but criminal, very likely he's going to go to some sort of prison. How is this going to impact the next election? Okay, interesting. So it's saying that those news programs, they're, you know, whatever, are going to be forced to have to report the truth. Why are they going to be forced to do that? Because they're next. Because you're next, ho. That's it. They just they're really scared of getting indicted. Okay, honestly, I just honestly they're going to have to report the truth again because they're afraid that they're going to be like, oh, does it mean I'm next? So okay, so wow. Not interesting people, nice people. Okay, so and the base is gonna be shot. Honestly, I again, guys, I know it's before, I think we used to think, oh, not something miraculous. It's not going to be immediate, but people eventually, guys, the truth is the only thing that stays. Honestly, the truth is the only thing that stays. And that's the thing. It's a huge thing. It's like think of an onion, right? It's a huge situation. They're involved with so much, the Russian stuff, the propaganda. There's like endless, and it's all dark stuff. And I feel like at first they're like, oh, okay, well, we know he's been under investigation, kind of like the kind of thing like that. And then eventually it says like, what does it say? It's something like, sorry, I'm gonna. Yeah, it's saying that, okay, we know that, okay, the GOP, they used to have, okay, and then let's say the main thing is like the ideology of no taxes, right? Like it's like, oh, they hate taxes, don't pay taxes, right? That's true. However, it's saying also, that they gutted, like the quote unquote. I mean, I don't almost don't believe it, but they sort of, it's kind of saying here that I got this image like they gutted the people that were like about these like only taxes or something like that, right? I think they're still around, but it's saying that it became completely about lies and bullshit and racism and all those things and voter restrictions. And it's like, so if you get rid of the criminals, you don't have anything left. So it's saying they just don't have a way for. Okay, it's not that they don't have a way forward. Like a lot of them are criminals. They're involved in the biggest conspiracy, but it's kind of saying that at the same time, it's not gonna be okay, it's not going to be like one day every single person is indicted. No, it's going to be like one thing leads to another, then leads to, it's going to be very organic, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, and stuff is going to start to come out. It's saying, okay, so it's saying after the moon, this moon that comes, like more things are going to come out, and it's saying including the hearings. They don't want to talk about, right? They don't want, like, it's like, so, oh my God. Okay. So, okay. Sorry. I'm like, okay, we have that 8:30. Okay. So, so let me do the cards here. Okay. So, okay, guys, I don't even know where where do I even start? I don't know. Okay, so okay, let's just see here. So what's going on with the GOP in relationship to the Trump indictment, which is coming? We know that, right? Like, oh, victory. The judgment. It's also victory in the sense of something comes like it's a cut. It's like oh look, that's it. Suddenly it's like the dividing of waters. Like that's it. It's the angels come down with the judgment, right? And that's it. The wheel for it's over. The wheel of fortune is okay here. Heart. The gift of values and money. Okay, and yeah. So now it's also, guys, could be also sexual gift comes to the public. So or I also feel like there something about donations could be this. Okay, like okay, so unstable. This is unstable. The retired man. That's right. Okay, they're interesting and stable ideas of the retirement. So imagine like they're hedging their bets on Trump, right? And then goes down completely. So they're unstable because the backbone, which is Trump, or oh look, the guy with the gun, they're desperate. They're desperate because they got the smoking gun. Interesting, love upside down. Really upsetting, no? All the enemies. So they're exposed for their. Let's say this exposes who they are, and also their role in the insurgency. Okay, so 1, 2. That's right. Here, one more. I got this here. Grief and adversity. Oh, there go. No, sad for them. Okay. Something abroad. Go. Sad news. Ah. Sad news. Sad for them. Ooh. So that's it. Now, okay. So guys, oh my god, let me just absorb and put my hands. So okay. So now, okay. So next, now let me talk about, because okay, no, something else that feels like it's coming a little stronger, which is the they said no. They like, no, let's not. We're not gonna go for the we're not gonna go for the investigation of January 6th. So somehow I feel like it is suggesting that it's all, when Trump goes down, this whole thing also falls apart. Fall apart meaning it's undeniable. So what happens? So of course, obviously, why are they, like, it's obvious, right? They're guilty, so they don't want anybody to look into it. So what happens next? They're like, okay, no, there's gonna be, I think we're gonna still have it, but what happens next with this thing? What is going on here? What happens next? They're saying no invest. So what happens next? Okay, so quiet aggression. They're quiet. Like they're afraid. Offer. Okay, they're afraid. I'm afraid. I'm scared. Fighting. That's it. Fighting. Violence. Okay, that's right. The violence exactly is exposed. Open. Like exposed. The house. That's it. So they exposed. Guys, look. It's literally the house. The people in the house were involved in the fighting. That's the problem. They don't want to talk about it, right? The girl, which girl, guys? Is it Marjorie, the girl? The letter. I have letter. I have letter here. I have letter. I have letter. The person with the people with the money. Essentially, the whose money? Because remember, guys, I also said that the feds are all looking at this money. They're fundraising and like, where does the money come from? Where does the money for these groups comes from? Okay. Okay. So, okay. Alrighty. Success. Okay, success. What is successful one? Litigation. That's right, successful litigation. Okay, and look, they're trapped. Oh yeah, we're so sexy. But look, guys, so sad. They're trapped. Like that's what they did to people in the capital. They trapped them. So successful, like also fight to trap people, right? But I feel like in this case, okay, okay, and the enemy. That's right. They are enemies of us. Now, this suggests, and again, remember how, for example, they had the phone of Matt Gaetz. They have their phone information and who was talking to who. They're talking to the powerful people. They were caught talking to the powerful people who were, and I see Roger Stone's face in my back of my head here, like not the front, back, whatever, but like I see Roger Stone appears, like they're coordinated and they're coordinating. So there's at least, guys are saying that there's at least 5 or 6 people inside the house, and so then they got Paul Gosar and several who are directly telling them, well, go to this room, go to the, and it's saying like this such, and it's saying that, and I think maybe there's even information that came out already, like saying that one of them's like, oh no, remember how, okay, who was Lauren Boebert? Oh, the speaker has left the chamber. Remember how she said, didn't she say something like that? So she was telling them, in other words, she was telling the people outside where they were to get them. I'm guys, it's like, I don't think nobody's gonna be like, really? But it's like, okay, so I'm gonna take this. Like, it's honestly, it's kind of like they really believed they were gonna get, okay, I know it sounds like, I don't even want to say it because it's disgusting, but they really wanted to get rid of Nancy Pelosi. Like, not just her, but I think they were planning for like blood. Okay. I mean, look at how many people died, right? But I mean, like, certain people, they were targeting certain people. Okay, not just to say to do bad, like to kind of like really plan to get them and like honestly murder them. Okay, like really. Okay, so that's what's they're gonna show. So okay, so yeah. So just a comment here. Raksha said, in my opinion, Trump Rogers Stone gang puts something in people's drinks so they're not. No, I don't think this is how it is, Raksha. All they do is put a camera, because this man have sex with the women. Like there's no, the thing of this stuff on the drinks, they works on women, not on men, because they have to get it up. You know what I mean? I'm serious. So I'm serious. Like it works on, you can't get somebody like kind of like they have to be aware. You know what I mean? That's how it is. No, they're not on drugs. There's just cameras everywhere. They're just caught on camera. Like this is not a new technique. Okay, like that's it. Just take the pictures. Just make the films, and that's it. Like it's not, it's not a. This is like I said, it's not like date rape kind of thing. Drug. This is not women. Like they don't do that to the women. They do that to the men. Okay. So you know what I mean? Like the people that are blackmailed are not the women. It's the men. So it doesn't, you know what I mean? That's how it is. Okay. So like so yeah, so no, this is not, I don't know where you saw this, Roxy, but I don't think it makes sense, honestly. Because did you remember how when they went in Epstein's house, they saw that he had all these cameras? This is not, again, it's not like complicated, right? Wow. So anyway, let me go back here. So so this now what's gonna happen? Okay, guys, let's go to like the day. Let's say Trump is indicted, and then there's this investigation gonna go on. It's gonna be dark because what are these people gonna do in the house? Honestly, like they're capable of anything. They could even put some bomb. I mean, seriously, guys. I'm not saying, okay, again, I'm not a fear monger, but these are criminals. They could, what's gonna happen in, like, just as we saw those people trying to, they do to AOC and stuff like that. So what is going to happen in the house as these people, it comes out that they're doing, okay, so I see Merrick Garland grabbing, like they're gonna go be asked to, they have to leave the house, guys. For some reason, it's different. It's like, you remember how what was it? Duncan something was indicted. So it's something else. I don't think that it's saying that like I feel like the Department of Justice is not gonna, because it's too awkward. The guy is right there. It's not that, you know what I mean, it has to be investigated. It's already like they're saying the Department of Justice already has information. It's like it's not even gonna get to the point where the house, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like, so what's going on with the investigation? Let's ask this important question. Obviously, they don't want, we know why they don't want to do it, but what is going on with the investigation of the January 6th thing, as far as those people who work in the House of Representatives? Their staff of congressmen, but also some congressmen and women. How far, what's going on in this investigation? Okay, so interesting, try to start themselves young. Okay. Crazy. Okay, so meetings. Good, probably him. Like it could be this Mueller. I remember it used to be Mueller, but like deals. So they're meeting about deals. Okay. The child could be parent, but also new beginnings. Cutting the money. That's right. They want to find out about the money. They want to. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, confidential. Kool-Aid. Losses. So how are they going to move in on the Congress people? Payments, that's right, money. Wow. From far. Deals. Okay, so guys, it's saying this is like, how we talked about it before, how there's I'm not saying, this is not necessarily about Russia, but there's a connection. It's saying kind of like they get their money from abroad. You know what I mean? So there is a connection. It's saying it's gonna explode. And it's saying that Republicans, guys, ultimately they're protecting themselves and Trump, but they're also protecting the Russians. Like eventually it's gonna show that this is like goes back to Michael Flynn and the influence. Remember how he was a general, so he knows what needs to be done. So he coordinated with them and planned, and like they were, this is like they were engaged in this thing. So first, it's right. You know how they're saying they're cutting deals with all these people, right? You know how they're like, oh, a lot of the outplay guilty. So once you get them, then you start gonna creating cases to the people in Congress, and they're gonna get harsher sentences. Okay, obviously, right? Like, can you imagine? Your work in the House, you were elected official, and you're trying to burn down the government. Okay, so yes, they deserve to. They deserve the worst, the possible worst fate, the worst possible fate. Okay. Can you imagine? It's disgusting, right? It's disgusting. So okay, tell me now about the parallels, because okay, we're going to see that Trump is indicted, but at which point, like if we could see, let's say here on the one side, on the right side, we have the people in Congress connected to January 6th and the cases against them. And on the left side, we have Trump and being indicted for Trump org. Does in terms of time, how does this overlap or what? It's saying farther down. It's saying that we're gonna have a lot more cases. You know, the quote unquote the street people, but they're working. This is and say it's top secret, of course. And it's like Matt Gaetz is gonna be involved. You know, they're gonna use guys Matt Gaetz to get to you know to get Roger Stone and stuff like that. So guys, I hope so. I still see Roger Stone going to prison, like a maximum security prison. I really do hope that he's going to die in prison. He deserves to die in prison, okay? Because they're going to finally get Roger Stone. You know what I mean? Like they just have to get this guy. And even guys, you know, like I said, I couldn't believe the whole thing with what was it, the Elliot Spitzer thing? Can you believe that he's been around doing all these things? Like it's been so long that he's been, you know, so he's just a really horrible criminal. Like we need to get him out, you know, to get him out, meaning like all the stuff he knows, it needs to come out. So yes, by the end, guys, you know, it's okay. Interesting image. So by the end of the year, saying, and then and then 2022, you know, when you see these images of arson and there's a burning building and you just see the smoke, there's still a tiny bit of smoke. That's the GOP. There's smoke. Okay. And then, okay, now, okay, I know I'm going to introduce a different topic, but it's connected. But then when I see, okay, so you're saying that they're burned down, right? There's not much left. If you're saying few survivors, but how does this then relate to their techniques in like, in trying to, you know, the voter suppression? It's saying that Heritage Foundation is going to be indicted also. Guys, oh my God, so much crime, like so much crime. So what happens? Are they going to be successful? Because okay, it doesn't make sense. Even if they, let's say theoretically, even if they have a horrible candidate, nobody likes them. If you're capable of cheating, you're still going to win. Doesn't make sense. Like, so it's almost doesn't matter who the candidate is. If they can kind of have the what you call it, monopoly on cheating, then they can win anything, right? Something fell. I don't know. Here, a little noise. Oh, so interesting. Okay, so interesting. So that's it. But it's like, yes, it's saying it's over. They can no longer get away with this. It's just saying. Okay, now let's talk about Susan Collins. She's very concerned. She's very troubled. Okay, so guys, did you see? This is incredible. So what's happening? A recently unsealed search warrant application shows the FBI believes a Hawaii defense contractor illegally funneled $150,000 to a pro-Collins super PAC and reimbursed donations to Collins' campaign. There's no indication that Collins or her team were aware of any of it. Collins helped the contractor, then called Navitac and since renamed Martin Defense Group, secure an $8 million Navy contract before most of the donations took place. Former Navitac CEO Martin Cow was indicted last year for allegedly bilking the federal government of millions in coronavirus relief loans. So think about the depth here, guys. So this is even Rachel Maddow said this, like she was talking about Louis DeJoy and how he would use people in his companies to like make donations, okay, for his candidates. So okay, so this is like, so I just believe, guys, I just totally believe that it was like a, you know, don't you think? I mean, I understand lobbying, but this is way more than lobbying, right? Don't you think it's too much? It's too much. Okay. So what is she gonna go down? Because that would be great. Is she gonna go down? There's no, yeah. Oh yeah, mistake. Oh, the devil. You messed with the devil. It was a mistake. This is an interesting. This is a balanced person, or it could be Biden, or it could be a prosecutor. Okay, so blocked. She go blocked. Problems, long-term problems for her. Okay, the block could even be like sanctions, okay, recognized from abroad. Guys, I remember reading. I haven't looked into her a long time ago. I mean, for a long time, but that her husband had did business in Russia, or she had some kind of Russia. I don't remember exactly what the story was, but she's not. Even though she's perceived to be a moderate, she still is a criminal like that. She still is in that weird like GOP. Okay, now young girl letter, interesting, or like okay, the fortune could even be could this could even mean the company is not real, or like it's it was a scam, or it doesn't make sense. So there's an indictment here for financial. They said telling me it's the fake people that donated to her campaign. I think she knew. Okay, because okay, guys, okay, this is another thing. That's a whole other thing. Have you noticed how? Do you remember how there was a woman who was really great, ran against her and lost, and how awful the numbers were for Susan Collins before her reelection, and she won. I want, you know what I mean? It's almost like those people. Okay, how does okay? Let's say you're a candidate and you're like, wow, your numbers are horrible, and then you're like suddenly like, wow, I won. Like it did. Wow, I'm so surprised I won. Like, come on, they know. They must know. Don't you think, guys? You know what I mean? Don't you think like okay? So the thoughts, in other words, ideas, work, ideas for the work. I'm creative. I have it. Oh, go judge. We're gonna go judge. We're gonna judge, and that's right, Susan Collins. Ho. But don't you think? I mean, oh, I won! Oh my God, I'm so surprised. I had no idea. Like people like me so much. Susan Collins, she's so likable. No, she likes. She likes to take away healthcare. She's very popular. Yeah. So, so really, like, don't you think it's weird? Like, how does a person? How do you? That was, I would be like, wow, McKenna. Tell me, how did that happen? Wow, really? Whoa, really? How did that? Wow. So does it mean the polling was so wrong? Like I can't, you'd probably be like, wow, really? Now I need to know what happened, right? And guys, you could say many things about Republicans. And one thing they're very good at is like the data. They sound stupid, and they kind of are in some ways, but in terms of like the data and like the micro things, they know a lot. So there is no way, okay, knowing the Republicans, like there is no way that they're going to be like, oh, okay, they're just going to let it be. Oh, you won? Oh, great. Like we'll let it be. Like just right. So they know exactly. They know what happened. Okay. I just don't you think like I just don't believe it. I don't believe I'm getting, you know what I mean? So okay, party here. Oh, party. Important revelations. Okay, so very upsetting. So okay, so tell me what's this, guys? It's weird. It's going in, well, there's this women stuff here. It's going in a weird direction that I don't think, honestly, I don't think that I don't believe that Susan Collins is gonna be like caught with Epstein situation. But what is this about? What is it about? Huh? So the same mob. It's saying the guys, those companies. It's like okay, so okay, tell me, what did Susan Collins know and when did she know it? And is she gonna be indicted for it? Simple question, not simple. Three questions. So fighting, okay, the country or the woman, okay, burden. So it was very competitive. I was not supposed to win, so I need to get to do whatever I can to win. No, mainly it's very competitive. Okay, the cloud. Oh, cloud. She is snake. She trouble. I am trouble. Trouble. I'm troubled. I'm concerned. I'm just a snake, and that's my act. Oh look, hidden snakeness about the election, her own election. That's it. They needed to get bullshit. Don't you? Okay, I don't. Sorry, calm down, calm down. Really, guys, don't you think it's like, come on, that election changed? Something changed? Oh yeah, something changed. Ho, Susan Collins, are you concerned, ho? Are you trouble right now? Really? Yeah. So here is the change because they recognize something about the house or her family, or you know what I mean, or like whatever the hell she's doing, wherever she is at. Mm-hmm. Oh, Susan Collins. It's so sad for her. She's so great. Susan Collins is wonderful. So the White House, okay. Oh, absent. I have to go. I'm so sorry. I have to go. I'm gonna quit. I feel like she's like, oh, I feel like I may have to. I'm not feeling so well. I'm very thankful for people who supported my political career, but now I think it's time to go. Yeah. I feel like because guys, I love because this woman, she's such a like, oh my god. She's like, oh, I'm so concerned. I really am. Like, so she can't handle, the fact that she's a liar and she's a criminal, and everybody's gonna know that she's both of these things. I'm sorry, I'm so sick. I'm gonna take a leave of absence. Yeah, I have a, I don't know, stomach ache. I can't be senator anymore. Oh, here, that's it. The money, they found shady money for her. Oh, yeah. Hmm. So this is the pride, but underneath the facade, she was involved in Dartmanis. Dartmanis. And it, guys, you know, it's telling me her husband knows this. There's something here where, like, she's a lot more involved, and then she may have even made her. I guess that's right. She was. Wow. Right. But, sorry. Yeah, Jess is exactly right. Collins, Graham, exactly, guys. And if you know the Republicans, right, it's very there's no those people. They're like they know everything about numbers like that, about districts, because that's they're specialized in redistricting. They know everything. How many voters? How many this? How many that? So they just won like that, and that's it. Oh wow, it's luck. They know because the guys would come on. They out of everybody, they know they can't win. Certain they just know it. They know they look at the research and that's why they have to cheat. Okay, I'm sorry because they know if they didn't need to, like if they didn't need to, they would not cheat, right? So that's it. Guys, oh my god, you know what's telling me? I don't know. I hope true. I kind of hope it comes out. I hope it's true. It's telling me something like it's. I see a table. They're exchanging documents or something like kind of like saying that these okay kind of like you give me the money, I give you, and they get the vote. So it could even be that not only do they get fake contributions but they get fake voters, okay, or like change the I feel like they have basically foreign contractors who change the voter data. Okay, I just have you noticed also, let me ask this, like have you noticed also how this is so obvious, right? Like even isn't it like it's so obvious how there's a gap here, there's a problem. The fact that they say, oh no, but the polls said this, and they, you know what I mean, I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. So there's something where like they have these like elect, you know what I mean? Okay, but I have a question. So how come, okay, and this is not okay, how do you say this is not to say, okay, but okay, we know that the Biden won, right? But still, if it was 100% cheating, then he would not have won. But he still won, like even though Susan Collins lost. No, I'm sorry. See, this is almost like a psychic Freudian slip. She lost. Like no, technically she won. She won, but does it make sense? So like, at what point they're saying, couldn't they have flipped also for Trump? How did it work? It's they went in and changed the numbers for her, but not for. But saying, you know what it is, guys? They don't change that many. How? No, I don't believe it. How come don't change that many votes? What are you talking about? There, okay, it's something to say that even though I feel like the thing for Trump would be okay, so why not? No, seriously, why not? Why can't they just go ahead and change it? Because really, if they did it for Susan Collins, why couldn't they do it for Trump? What is the difference? I don't know, guys. I feel like it's a different. I don't know. I don't quite understand, to be honest. Let me ask you the question for the cards, okay? Because really, right? I think this is it. This is a right. I don't know. Okay, so what? Okay, if they could change the votes for all, why could they change? Okay, how come Biden still won? Okay, blackmail, aggression, craziness, waiting, expectation. The one is that Susan military. So, oh, interesting. So it's almost like they knew that they were being watched. I don't know, guys. There's still something. Okay, just cheating. This card to me is associated with cheating. The woman, as they're cheating for her behind the scenes, hopeless, the law, porn. So it could be that there's some other way that they were going to do this because they feel like that Trump was being watched. Okay, so if they changed his numbers, the man with experience in cheating. I said the man experienced in cheating, the man with experience in the rats. Okay, so I don't quite get it, honestly, right? But it's saying here also that a lot more people voted for Biden this time. So okay, so this is it. Okay, now okay, so we have a, okay, we'll have one last question, guys. I think it's important. It's not even, I addressed basically the 3 questions we had I had for today, but and by the way, Dulaine had a question that I'm gonna next time, okay, I'm gonna ask because this was kind of intense, but then this is an interesting question. We see that there's a lot. Okay, so if Trump goes down and everything happens, how are we gonna, well, we're gonna move away from this stupid, like, oh, let's wait for the Republicans. No, we don't have 60 votes, huh? We're gonna filibuster bullshit. Like, how is this ever gonna end? Like, no, I know it's gonna end, but at which point will things flip? Because I still feel like it's too stuck almost. No, I think Biden is doing a lot. I don't want to say this, but it's sort of like, when are we gonna have a wake up call for like cinema and mention, okay? Saying they pay attention to the voters. So it's saying if the situation of the GOP will, it's essentially we're gonna have more. They're saying we're gonna have more numbers. What about the voting rights? Yeah, it's gonna pass, but it's sort of like I just feel like there's a gridlock or something. But it's gonna happen. Okay. Okay. So that's what I think. Oh my God, can you believe it? It's very exciting. Okay. But okay, guys. So I'm gonna go. I think it's like it was very intense today. No, I was like, wow. And then we'll talk on Friday. Okay, we'll talk on Friday. I just feel like today was like, usually it is, but it's sort of like almost like things just coming out. Okay, like there's a lot to ask. There's a lot to. It was a bit less structured, just good too, but it's kind of tied together. Okay, so yeah, so we'll see Friday. I'm excited, guys. I feel like, don't you think something else is gonna come up? It's kind of crazy. Okay, all right, guys. So I'll see you later. Okay, I'll see you later. See you later. See you later. See you later, alligators. All right. Okay, so see you Friday. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yes, exactly. Cheating is crazy. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Jess. Have a great evening. Okay. Okay. We'll talk more. But oh my God, it's crazy. Okay. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you. Okay.